Hey guys, welcome to another episode of PC Building Simulator. In the last episode, I built an all EVGA PC to play F1 2017, but it was pretty overbuilt, so it could probably play even the most modern F1 game. I don't think they're too demanding in terms of specs. Anyway, if you missed that episode and you want to go back and check it out, I'll put a link up in the upper right hand corner so you can do so. All right, let me hop into the email here. Let's go down to the bottom. There's a fix all the way down here. Let's do this one. It says, hey, my rig is broken. Can you diagnose what's wrong with it? My granddad thought that the PC needed oiling and the results don't seem good. I'd fix it myself, but I'm way too busy. Heard you guys put used parts in PCs. Please don't do that. I was on PC Bay the other day and saw some awesome plastic blue, yellow, green cables. Best Steven. So Steven's got a budget of $300 for us to fix whatever his granddad oiled. Maybe his motherboard. I don't really know. We may have to just wait for this thing to come in and then order whatever's broken when it gets here. For a budget of $300, I know it's not his 2080 Super, but anything else is pretty much possible. Okay. Yeah, maybe not a CPU either. 3950X, those aren't very cheap. All right, well, let's go ahead and accept that. Like I said, we'll see what's wrong with it. We'll order parts for it when it comes in. Take a look at this build here. Let's do this thing. I don't like to get 3D Mark scores, but I think this one's going to be pretty easy with the budget that is available. So let me read it. It says, can you help with this? I need a new rig, and I hear you can help. Got to hit 15,314 in benchmarks. I want the system cooled with a custom loop ASAP. Please, it's urgent. My brother has Raijintek in his PC. He says they're the best. Jamie. So we got a budget of $6,750 to build a PC that is fully water-cooled, CPU and GPU, and get a 3D Mark score of 15,314. I'm sure we can make that happen for that budget. Not really a concern. So let me minimize that. I need the custom water cooling shop. I need the regular shop. I'm going to step away. I'm going to get some parts put in both of these shopping carts for this build. Like I said, for the repair, we'll just have to wait for it to come in and see what's actually broken. Anyway, as soon as I've got parts in the shopping carts, I will come back and show you. All right. For this custom water-cooled build to get a 3D Mark score of 15,314, we're going to go with a Gigabyte Z590 Aorus Ultra motherboard, an Intel i9-11900K, 4 sticks of G.Skill Trident Z RGB 8GB 4400 MHz. For storage, we're going to go with a Patriot Viper VP4300. That's an NVMe drive, 1 terabyte in size. Power supply is a Thermaltake Tough Power iRGB plus 1200 watt. We're going to add some case fans because this case doesn't come with any. We're going to put some Raijintek ERIS 14 RBW ADD case fans. We got 4 of those. We're going to put all that in the Raijintek ERIS EVO. Now, I don't think I've ever built in this case. I wanted to one time, but it's kind of a pain, and you'll see why when I actually start building. Now, for the custom water cooling parts, we're going to go with a Raijintek Forcus Pro RBW CPU block. We're going to go with a Raijintek Attila Antilla D5 RBW reservoir, 2 Raijintek Calor C360D radiators, and for our graphics card, we're going to go with an EVGA RTX 3090 for the win Ultra Hydro Copper Gaming graphics card. Okay, so we've got all this for next day delivery. We're going to buy all that now. Let's go back here to the shop. That's for next day delivery. We're going to buy all of that now. Let me go into the day. We can get everything in, and we can figure out what we need to do with this repair as far as what we need to order. So I'm sure I'm going to waste a little bit of money on same day delivery, but it's not really a big deal. We did get some stuff from PC Bay. Looks like we got a Gigabyte RTX 2080 Super and an i5 11500. Nice. Okay, let me grab the sticky note for Dank Condor. Gosh. Here's the case. This thing's pretty massive. Look at that sucker. Yeah. Lots of stuff to work with on that. Here's the repair. What are you guys betting on? I'm putting my money on the motherboard being broken. We did need to change cabling, so I'm going to decable everything anyway. But I've got to do most of it to get the motherboard out. So, let's see here. Get everything disconnected. Maybe. Come on, RAM. There we go. RAM's out. CPU is out. Let's take a look and see if this motherboard happens to be broken. Let's see. What am I looking for? Motherboards. The motherboard is broken. Should we check the power supply? Just out of curiosity. I doubt it's broken as well, because that motherboard's probably close to the $300 limit. But let's take a quick look at their power supply, and nothing's wrong with their power supply. Okay, let's look at anything else. I'm sure their CPU is fine. It is. Let's do fits this PC. That's going to save us some time. CPU cooler is fine. Motherboard, like I said, is broken. Their RAM is fine. Graphics card's fine. I'm not going to check their storage. So let's go get one of these MSI B450i Gaming Plus motherboards. Okay, motherboards. MSI B450. Here it is. $180. So there could be something else broken, because I think they had a $300 limit. It's doubtful, but what do they have for storage? They have... Do we need to take the back side of this case off? Okay, there we go. And then it came out the front. Whatever. Let's check their storage real quick. Oh, their storage is broken as well. 500 gig Seagate Barracuda. I kind of thought something else might be broken. I kind of thought. So, 500 gig Seagate Barracuda. Let's go ahead and add that to the cart. We're going to do same day delivery on that. Let's buy it now. Nice. Very, very nice. Okay. Okay, so let's get the new Seagate Barracuda in here. And then we'll start putting this thing back together as far as the rest of the stuff. We got a new motherboard for them, the same MSI B450i Gaming Plus AC. It's a tiny little motherboard for this huge case. I probably would have chosen a different case or a different motherboard, but, you know, not my build. Let's get their CPU back in here. What is happening? There we go. And then let's get their RAM. We get some thermal paste on the CPU, and I can go ahead and get their cooler back on. So there's nothing wrong with that thing. Then we need their graphics card. And I think that's it. We just need to cable this up, and they wanted blue, yellow, green, I think. Blue, yellow, green. Is that what they wanted? Is there any other blue, yellow? Nope, that's it. That's the only blue, yellow, green. So that's what they're getting. Let me get everything cabled up. There we go. Okay, so since we put a new hard drive in here, we're going to have to put a USB drive in. Let me power this on. I do want to hop into the BIOS because I don't know if they need XMP turned on or not. They do, because I think they had, yep, 3000 megahertz RAM. Boot from the only hard drive that they've got in here. This thing needs to install the operating system. They didn't ask us to change any colors, so I'm not going to do any of that. But let me get this side panel put on. Ooh, it's nice and slow. There we go. There we go. Let me get this side panel on. Perfect. Perfect. Okay, this thing is done. Let's slap it over there in the delivery area. Now this thing. Now this thing. Okay. Oh my gosh. It's so big. That's what she said. Let me get all of this thing taken apart here. Why does it have so many blasted screws? That's weird. Let's see. This needs to come off. This needs to go. I guess you could have 2 power supplies in this beast. Probably not in this game, but in real life, I would assume you could take this out and mount 2 power supplies. Let's see. Let's go ahead and get this off too. I don't know if we need it gone, but I'm going to remove it just to get it out of the way. Okay. Okay. So, let's start off. I do want to go ahead and mount my reservoir. We've got the Raijintek Antilla D5 RBW. That's going to mount right here. Nice. Fits really good. Fits really good in this case. Okay. I'm going to wait on putting the radiators and stuff in for just a few minutes. I want to get case fans put in. So I've got 4 of these Raijintek ERIS Pros. They're 140 millimeter fans. Let's see, there's 1. Whoa. 2. This case is so big. Just doesn't even fit. It doesn't even fit on the screen. 3. And we'll get our last one here. 4. Nice. It's crazy. Crazy how big that is. Okay, next, I want to get the motherboard in. We've got the Gigabyte Z590 ERIS Ultra. There we go. I don't think I've ever used this motherboard in a build. Let me get this thing ready for CPU, RAM, NVMe drive, all the good stuff. There we go. Okay, first, let's do storage because it's kind of in my way being open. We've got the Patriot Viper VP4300 NVMe drive. It's 1 terabyte. Get that installed. Then let's get our i9-11900K. And finally, we've got 4 sticks of this G.Skill Trident Z RGB 8 gig, 4400 megahertz. Because why not? Why not get crazy fast RAM? There we go. There we go. Okay. Next, let me get some thermal paste on this CPU. I want to go ahead and get the CPU block on. We've got this Raijintek Focus Pro RBW. Never used that before, that's for sure. It's pretty nice looking though. It looks really good on that motherboard, I think. Looks dang good. Okay. So, what I want to do next, actually, is come here to Tools. I want to get a USB drive and go ahead and install it. Because once I get the radiator in the back of this thing, I will not be able to put this USB drive in. It doesn't work. It just won't fit. Okay, so I've got 2 of these Raijintek Color C360Ds. I'm going to put 1 up here in the top. Look at how thick that thing is. That is a thick boy. And then I'm going to put another one back here at the back. But I want it kind of in the middle. Come on. There we go. We'll get that mounted. Now look at the space there. Yeah, not happening. This cord is actually going right through the radiator. Yeah, it just wouldn't work in real life. But, you know, we can kind of cheese it in the game a little bit and sort of make it work. Yeah, we can sort of get it to work. Okay, next, let me get the power supply. We've got the Thermaltake Tough Power iRGB Plus, a 1200 watt. Goes right down here. Very nice. All right, I think all we really have left is to get the graphics card in. Scroll down here. We've got the EVGA RTX 3090 for the Win 3 Ultra Hydro Copper Gaming graphics card. Look at that. That thing is sweet. I love the way that looks. It's so thin. Just a little bit over 1 slot in thickness. That's nice. Okay, so as far as the build, I think we've got everything in here. Now it needs to be cabled, it needs to be piped, and all of that fun stuff. So let me start off by piping this. I want to use clear rigid tubing, and I want to use purple fittings. All right, so if any of this tubing starts taking too long for me to get done, I will just step away and get it all adjusted. But I'm going to kind of start backwards here. I'm going to start coming off of the graphics card and running into the top, if I can do it right. And it's already started off with something silly. That works for me. Let me go ahead and accept that one. Let's come out of here and let's go into this radiator. And then we'll come out of the radiator into the CPU block so it gets cooled and then runs into the block instead of coming out of the reservoir and going straight into the block. So let me step away again. Let me get this situated and I'll be right back. All right, I'm happy with that. Let's go ahead and accept that one. Then we will come out of this upper radiator and down into the CPU block, and that's also a mess. So I'm probably going to step away and get this situated, and I'll be right back. All right, I'm happy with that. Let's go ahead and accept that one. Then I'm going to run out of this CPU block and into this radiator, and oh my goodness, what is this mess? What is this mess? Oh my gosh. Okay, so I'm going to step away and get this situated as well, and I'll be right back. All right, I'm happy with that. Let's go ahead and accept that one, and then we're going to come out of this radiator and down into the graphics card. And, well, this is going to need some more adjustments, so I'll be right back. Okay, I'm happy with how that looks. Let me go ahead and accept that one. Now, it's time to cable. So let's go in here. The cables I want that actually match the purple fittings are considered pink in this game. So we're going to go to pink. Oh, no, wait, that's the coolant. We're going to go to purple. I forgot. It's the coolant that they list as pink, not the cables. Let's see. Let's do these. That's a pretty close match. It's not perfect, but close enough. We get everything cabled up. Got all these fans. Graphics card. There we go. There we go. Now it's time to put some coolant in here. Let's go over here. Coolant. The coolant is pink. See how all these purples look way too dark? This pink opaque coolant, though, looks pretty dang nice. Pretty dang nice. While that's running through, I do want to start putting some of this case back together. So let's see. We've got the PSU mount for here in the front. Coolant's just going all different directions. There we go. Coolant's done running through. Let me unplug this. So I can go ahead and install the PSU shroud for the back here. Then it can go ahead and plug itself back in. Then we've got this beauty panel that goes here. Then let's get... Is this the top dust filter? I can't tell. This case is so blasted big. This might be the back dust filter. Let's see. Here we go. Front dust filter. Front panel. I can't zoom out anymore. This is... it's just huge. And then let me come around to this back panel area. We'll get the dust cover and the back panel. Now, I don't know why this has so many dust covers, because this case is kind of open. Like, once it's all done, I mean, it's got gaps. So, you know. Okay, so we've got our USB drive in, so we don't have to worry about that. Let me power this on. I do want to hop into the BIOS because I know that this needs XMP turned on. to get to that 4400 megahertz. We've only got the one drive, so we're going to go ahead and let it install the operating system to that. We are going to change some colors, though, because this red and this blue, or cyan, is kind of clashing with the purple. So let me get the lighting app on. We also need 3D Mark. Even RGB looks better than the red with the purple. This is the side panel. Let me go ahead and get this side panel on. And then the lighting app. So let's just select everything. Let's just try to get a purple. Static. It's a little off. I think it needs to go a little more towards the red spectrum. That's really close. Probably when we put the side panel on, it might be spot on. Let's see if bringing brightness down a little bit does it. That's really close. I think I'm going to leave it. What I do need to do, though, is get a 3D Mark score of 15,314. So let me get 3D Mark running. I'm going to step away. If this thing blue screens or anything, I will come back and we'll try to fix whatever's causing it. If we get a run, I'll be back at the end of the run to show you what the score is. All right, we needed 15,314. We got 17,589. Heck yeah, that's a pretty good score. That's a pretty good score. Here's all the numbers if you guys are interested. We got a 46.78 FPS on the CPU test. Graphics test 1 got a 121.9. Graphics test 2 got a 104.37. So I think this thing is ready to go to the customer, except we need this side panel on. And that did darken things up a little bit. Very nice. Okay, let's hide the UI. See if we can fit this thing in the screen. I don't understand why it's idling at 52 degrees, 53, when this thing's on a full custom loop. But hey, you know. Here's the side that doesn't have much going on. I think you can put a bunch of fans in this middle area, but we just didn't have the money to continue adding fans to this. But I think it turned out really nice. It's massively huge. It is massively huge. Okay. I'm going to get this over here in the delivery area, and I think it's time to collect some money. I think it's that time. Let's close that out. Let's close out that. Okay, here's our repair. Let's collect that. 5 stars. I had no idea what was wrong with my PC, but they fixed it and they used all new parts. Gotta love those warranties. You didn't have a warranty because you just paid $545, but you know, whatever you want to consider it there, Steven. Oh my. Then we've got this one to get a 3D Mark score of 15,314 and custom water cool. The whole blasted thing. Let's collect that. 5 stars. The PC is satisfactory. I'll take it. I will take it. All right, we got some more jobs here. Let's clear out these red dots that drive me nuts. Let's see if there's anything in the daily deals that I need. Cooling Stronghold Black, $14. Is that a case? I think that's a case. Be Quiet, Shadow Rock Slim, and some Corsair Dominator Platinum. Interesting. Is there only 3 things? There is. I don't care about this air cooler, really. Sure, we'll get the RAM, $76. Not bad. Cooling Stronghold. Oh, sure, it's $14. It's $14. I don't use air coolers that much when I build stuff. So, I'm going to pass on the air cooler. Thank you guys so much for watching. And if you didn't notice, the YouTube channel is now over 5,000 subscribers. I want to thank you guys all for hitting that subscribe button. I really do appreciate it. If you enjoyed this video, you guys know what to do. Hit the thumbs up if you liked it, the thumbs down if you didn't. Subscribe if you haven't done so already. And ring the bell if you want to be notified as soon as a video goes live. I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day. Stay safe out there. and I will see you in the next episode.